Okay, substituting integers just means you are placing a number into an expression, replacing the pronumeral or the variable with an actual number. So you're given this. If a equals -3, then you're going to find a, and you're going to replace that with -3. So 3 minus 7a, remembering that this means 7 times a. And so indeed, 3 minus 7 times, this is what a is, because we were told up here that a is -3. So then we work that out. We now have substituted -3 for a. And what do we do first? Well, we want to do this first because this is multiplication, and that gives us -21. So what is 3 minus -21? The same as 3 plus 21, and that gives us 24. Noticing now that the equal signs are all on top of each other. This is how we want to lay out every step, rewriting each thing, solving each thing until we find we've evaluated it and found a response. So it's a good idea to put brackets around negative numbers. It doesn't mean that it's an operation in that negative number, but it just helps to avoid confusion. Is that a subtraction sign or is it a negative sign? Let's put a bracket around it. So we're going to evaluate. That means to work out, just like we did up here, to work out and find the value of the expressions where a equals 3 and b equals -5. So for the first example over here, we have 2 plus 4a. Remembering, and you don't have to write this out, but it is the same as 2 plus 4 times a. So that is, we'll keep the 2, we'll keep the 4, and we'll multiply that by a. What's a? Times 3, because a is equal to 3. I'm substituting a. It's no longer a variable. We now have a number in there, a constant. So what do I do first? I've got to do multiplication before I do addition and subtraction. So I end up with 2 plus 12. 4 times 3 is 12. And 2 plus 12 is 14. And there's my answer. And now we've got to substitute for b. 7 minus 4b is the same as saying 7 minus 4 times b. And in this case, b is -5. So I'll use my brackets to make it a little cleaner. What am I going to do first? Once again, I'm not going to do the subtraction. I'm going to do this. And 4 times -5 is -20, because a positive and a negative make a negative. Now, remember when we're subtracting a negative, I like to say, don't be so negative. That's 2 negatives. We actually get a positive. And that gives us 27. So it's positive. Finally, we've got 2 substitutions to do here, b and a. So b divided by 5 minus a is the same as -5. Bracket if you want to. I'm not going to put one there. I think it's pretty clear. Divided by 5 minus a, which is 3. What do I do first? I'm going to do this first. So -5 divided by 5 is going to give us 1. But is it +1 or -1? If we have a negative and a positive, our outcome is going to be negative. -1, take away 3, so moving 3 more is -4. I think of it this way. I don't know if you're like me, but it makes a lot more sense to think of -1 plus -3 equals -4. There you go.